Hi guys, so sorry for disappearing for a week again. I just haven't found any background noise removal options until now, and even this isn't perfect. You can still hear my keyboard like, oh shit, Audacity is having issues right now. But it will do for now. I actually promised to make this video a long time ago, so let's not waste time and get into it. Number 1. Use the water lightroom effect. As many of you probably know, you can use flat light sources set to the environment color with a small intensity as a sort of mist. But you might have also noticed that this mist disappears when put over water. A simple fix to this is using the water light room effect found in the light tab in the room effects tab. This effect simply makes flat light sources appear basically over everything other than the background. So it covers not just water but shortcut dots as well, which is another issue that I have seen in a lot of rooms. Number 2. Don't use too many plants. This one is pretty self-explanatory, but I have seen so many rooms that would have been a lot better if they had used less plants. This issue is often referred to as plant spam and is noticeable when someone puts too many plants or has plants that don't really fit the room. To avoid something like this, study rooms that are praised for their plants usage, or look at the effects guide to see how plant effects look and determine if they fit in the room or not. Also, this is personal preference, but in my opinion, around 5 plant effects is considered too many. I usually go with rain moss, ferns, arm growers, moss walls, thorn growers, or hang roots when it comes to placing plants. Number 3. Decals are very important. If you have seen some of my more recent levels, you will notice that I include what seems like a lot of decals, but I usually never go above 4. This is because I add 3 very large decals that basically cover the entire room set to max erosion and somewhere between 10 to 20% opacity. This gives the entire room a more textured feel for barely any effort. Of course, adding smaller decals on top of that for more detail is still very important. Number 4. Spot sounds. In order to create an immersive environment, you need to have a convincing soundscape. Spot sounds are a wonderful tool for this, as it can be used for both mechanical and natural means. Mechanical, like making machines make noise the closer you are to them. Natural, like having wind noises near a collapsed roof while the rest of the room is silent. Of course, you still need to mess around with its settings, mainly the fade of the spot sound, as it sometimes can be a very sudden transition. Number 5. Use environment colored lights. You might think that this is referring to the mist technique I mentioned a bit ago, but this is completely separate. In some cases, you might want a machine to glow or have parts of your room lit up for better visibility. Placing normal environment colored lights is perfect for these situations, as they take up the color of whatever you place them over, so the glow they emit isn't too colorful. Number 6. Keep sublayers in mind. This is extremely simple, and a lot of people get it wrong. Sublayers are the layers of the main layers, with each main layer having 10 sublayers. Most tiles have multiple sublayers to give them the feeling of depth, pipes being the most obvious. What a lot of people do wrong is placing tiles that have different sublayers right next to each other, with the most common example being tank holders as pipe endings. To avoid this, turn on tile graphics in range. The lighter the part of the tile is, the farther back it is. On other avatars that do not have this feature, you are kind of stuck with learning what part of the tile is on what sublayer, which isn't exactly ideal, but what can you do? Number 7. Drills as pipes. This is a tile combination I saw a while back where someone used 1x1 drills instead of 1x1 vertical pipes, giving them this swirl-like look. I tried this for myself and yeah, it's a pretty nice combination. Not much else to say about this. The only reason I'm including it is because some people asked for some tile combination, so here it is. Number 8. Modify effect colors. Now this one is really important, especially for plants. The thing that ruins plants, other than plant spam, is them being too neon colored, making them look like paint. You can modify either effect colors with the modify effect color A or B room effect, or the replace effect color A or B room effect if you have region kit. And in order to avoid the neon look, I personally tuned down the value and saturation to 35%. This gives your plants a more natural color, and in my eyes it improves them a lot. Number 9. Keep random machines at a minimum. Random machines are a really popular material, and it is easy to see why it places machine tiles for you. One small issue with the whole random machine things, the random part of random machines is really apparent when looking at a room. The things it creates have no thought behind it, and also break the sublayer thing we discussed earlier. It also has many tiles that don't fit at all, like the big drills in the middle of a supercomputer. That makes sense. In most cases, you are better off just tiling the random machines area yourself. This gives the result of a more thought out machine, and also gives you accurate sublayers. Number 10. Just because vanilla does it doesn't mean it's good. This one is pretty self-explanatory again, and I will try to keep this brief because I have a future video planned where I will just rip into vanilla rooms because of their tiling. But to summarize, vanilla breaks all of the things I pointed out in this very video. For example, sublayers are wrong, effect colors look like paint in most cases, they overuse random machines, but again, I will go over this in the future. Just know that if someone comes up to you and says, "Oh, but vanilla does this thing, so you should too," you don't have to. Bonus tip, the secret to tiling. This is a bonus segment for one simple reason: there is no real secret to tiling. The only way to improve your tiling is with either experience or by studying other people's rooms. The only real thing I can do for this segment is to do a slideshow of different rooms I think have good tiling, so that's exactly what is about to happen. So enjoy these rooms. Of course, credit will be given to the original room creators.